Hi, I'm Katie Moonstone. Welcome back. If you guys would all just take a minute, I'm going to clear the air in our heart space at this time. Woo! How is everybody doing today? Remember, Saturn's retrograde, Neptune's retrograde, and Pluto is still retrograde. For this week, the main goal is try not to be spiritually disconnected. So pay attention to your signs. Things are gonna seem like they're not moving, but within that silence and when things, because you think things are not moving, there are actually things in the background that are. And one of your tests are gonna be, are you spiritually disconnected? And with that being said, how would you know if you're spiritually disconnected? If you are saying yes to all the things and your body wants to say no, before the end of the week, and you know how you'll know is by the end of the week, if your schedule is all filled up, you didn't use your discernment. You weren't paying attention to your higher self. So even though karma is like looping back around, one of the major lessons that you need to learn is for yourself is that all of the love and attention that you have given to others, did you not give it to yourself? Remember, this is what karma thinks of you. So if you have been neglecting yourself and you're just saying yes to make other people happy, but your soul is not happy, this retrograde is for you to change this, okay? A lot of you might feel tired during this time, even though you just woke up. Remember, Neptune might be playing that. So try not to procrastinate. I almost did not want to do this reading because I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I need to go to work. But again, by procrastinating, you're not aligning yourself with all of the things that you want or your soul's purpose. So do not procrastinate during this week. And by procrastinating, let's say you do procrastinate because, oh, you're tired. You're not actually tired. It's more of an energetic tiredness. We got solar flares kicking around, so you might experience headaches. So make sure you drink plenty of water. But this tiredness or this procrastination that might kick in is for you to not align yourself with what it is you truly want or your soul's purpose. So you are gonna have to do the work. You know, don't procrastinate and kind of just fight right through this, okay? So that's gonna be the energy of this week, and you'll know if you passed or failed by the end of the week if you did not align yourself with all the things that you want. Yeah, it might suck. You might have to suck it up and, put in that time and effort. Maybe you want to get that one job, but you're going to have to put that time and effort in, but if you procrastinate, it's never going to be yours, right? So that's what this is all about. These are lessons for us so that we can grow and align with what and who we are meant to be, So I'm just going to jump right in. Let's just get an energy read. I'll try to make this short, but let's get an energy read for today. Today is the 14th. Again, things are going to move, but it's going to move very slowly this week. And there might be a lot of behind the scenes movement, not so much like in your face. So crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So maybe you have an idea that you need to birth, or maybe some of you are pregnant. So congratulations. Funnel, a period of frustration, but lessons are to be learned during this time, especially when we have all of these planets retrograde and these solar flares. Frying pan, trouble and accusations. There might be some people behind your back. That's all right. They do what they do best. Haters always be hating. Things are falling apart for a lot of people, so be careful of that. Bow, you are highly thought of. Remember, you might have people talking about you behind your back, but Why are they always talking about you? So there's something inside of you that they wish that they had. Otherwise, if you were nobody, they wouldn't be talking about you. So feel that honor. You're not alone. Purse. Definitely pay attention to your finances this week. With these retrogrades, that's when overdrafts start happening. Maybe fraud, identity theft. Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman might be significant this week. And Beryl, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So you might have something lacking in your life. Or you might feel that this week, and that's spiritual disconnection. That's what I've been talking about. Maybe you had that fire and you wanted to, like, you know, maybe you had a purpose or you wanted to write that book, but all of a sudden, you know what, I don't want to do it anymore. That's spiritual disconnection. So you might feel a lack this week. But remember, listen to your higher self. If you truly want to, let's say, be an author, then you have to live that life. You have to walk that path, right? You have to put in that work and effort. Broken ring, parting ways of either romance or business. So contracts are breaking this week. At the bottom of the deck, we got axe, cutting people out. Forces might be working against you, but you're going to be cutting those people out. Again, when it comes to karmic people or contracts, just remember, you are not here to seek revenge. You're here to give love and light to those who want to listen to you and to those that want to heal and awaken, right? Let go and let God. You're not here to seek revenge on anybody. You're here to just give love, give kindness, and give light. And those that want to be in their karmic energy, let them be. They'll fall away because, you know, the energies are not going to match. So, and then they'll look crazy, right? So let's just dive right in. Let's just get a reading. What do we need to know? Well, for a lot of the women out there that are not giving love or withholding love, there's going to be a big change. This is a good change. You might not have clarity on a situation, but the Emperor, maybe there's a police officer that might get involved because somebody stole something. Could be identity theft. Give me 1 second. This music's a little loud. Okay, sorry about that. Someone might try to drown you out when you talk, or somebody might not want you talking. Speak your truth. Anyways, there is an Emperor that is going to do the right thing. Why? Because somebody stole something. Remember, you get your blessings through other people sometimes, and maybe God might send this person because somebody stole something to you. So you need to be open to receive help this week, because your blessings are going to come in forms that you're not aware of. Like, it might come through other people, but it's going to be people that you would never have guessed, you know, and you have to be open to receive that person's help or receive that person's, let's say, advice or something, you know. So everybody's journey is different, and not everybody's life is all crazy, so we get that. Somebody is going to have a heartfelt conversation with a fire sign male. So if you are a fire sign male, maybe you need to have a heartfelt conversation, and you need to be honest with yourself at this time. And that might be very hard for a lot of you males out there to do, because maybe there is something that you want, but you're afraid to ask. Whatever it is, darkness has come to light, and the secrets need to come out. So you need to bring this out to the light. You've been dealing with a bitter and jealous woman. If you are a fire sign, you have been dealing with a bitter and jealous woman, or If any male out there, if you've been dealing with a bitter and jealous woman, it's going to come out even more. What she does not know, if you're a person out there that might have some bitterness or jealousy towards another, you're going to be released from something. A lot of you males might be released from, let's say, it's like a Jezebel spirit in a sense, but it's a bitter and jealous woman. You're releasing yourselves from that. There is a truthful and honest person that is in the picture, and she's not playing games, and she is going to help you release yourself from, let's say, this dark force that's been holding you back, especially if you are a fire sign or a water sign that's coming up. All right, let's move on. A lot of you younger males might be moving, like physically picking up and moving, especially if you're a fire sign or if you're just a younger male and you need to take action. You will be physically moving. And you are going to have to take a loss. If you don't make this move, you will be taking a loss, and you already know that. But you're being protected from something, and when you make this move, like moving to a physical different location, it actually is going to be your wish fulfillment. What poured out of my cards was earth sign energy. So if you're an earth sign male, maybe you're dealing with another woman that's kind of by herself. She's very independent. She's very self-sufficient. She is building something, and I see that you are going to help her, or you are helping her at this time. You're both very stable, and you guys are in separation at this time. You guys know that you are separated from each other at this time, but it is part of the contract, and either you are going to get married to this girl, or you both want to be married, or you already are married. But you are in a contract with this person, and there is a separation, but you're also going to get a brand new beginning. A lot of water sign males might need to travel during this time, or air sign males might be guided to travel at this time. A lot of water sign males might not be wanting to give love, or is withholding love. Do you not love yourself? You're wanting stability. You want a stable offer. You want stability. Oh, but you held your self-imposed restriction yourself. You're holding yourself back. If you do not let go and not hold yourself back, you will hit rock bottom. How do you want your new beginning? Do you want to let go and just start your new beginning, or do you want to go the hard way where you're forced to go into your new beginning? So these are questions that I'm asking to those that resonate with that. You can choose the hard way or the easy way. Yeah. There's been a judgment call made. A lot of you, your paths are going to clear up, and you're going to clearly see that you're not going to be struggling. Your struggles are over because a judgment call has been made. But you are being left out in the cold at this time. Why? Because you broke all your karmic contracts. A lot of you already broke your karmic contracts or paid your karmic debt. So you're meant to be happy. But there's still energy hanging on to you that's not allowing the energy to move forward for you. So Saturn's coming in and cleaning that out. Why? Because you got a lot of needy, clingy people. They don't, they want to siphon off of what you bring, because they can't produce that for themselves. You are going to be very happy, and there is a mother out here that's upset about that. But she's going to be moving forward. She just needs to be cautious, because She thinks nobody watched her, but the universe did. So she's going to be universally guided. Yes, the universe saw what she did. And she is going to try to make a phone call. She is going to try to call somebody, but the person that she calls is going to lie to her. A lot of you males, if you are lying to yourself about something, you have two choices to make. You're not going to see it right now. What you don't see coming is maybe you have two choices. And if there is something that you're lying to yourself about, and it could be something as stupid as like, hey, I know my mom's a bad person, but I still love her. And you know, you keep sweeping that under the rug. I mean, it's just an example. It could be anybody. Maybe it's a coworker, anything. And you keep sweeping that under the rug. There's something that you don't see coming, and the universe is going to be like, yo, hey, stop. She's just taking advantage of you. You know, you got to stop that. So God is stepping in. What a lot of people don't see is if you have this week, if you have court, there's a choice you might have to make, especially if you have been, you better be honest before you go to court, because Saturn is in retrograde. And if you are lying, the judge or the attorney or whoever you're in court with, if you are lying, what you do not see coming is that they are going to call you out publicly, and it will be very humiliating. Okay? God wants you to celebrate something. If you do have a court this week, you might be celebrating something, especially if you've been the honest one. Why? Because a contract is broken. Finally, you get your freedom. Maybe some of you have been wanted to get a divorce, or been, going through something. The contract's broken. You're going to be celebrating. Why? Because it was destined and fated. You have better things and more people to meet. And these people, they're just siphoning off your energy. They're going to have to fall to the wayside and find someone else. Yes, you're walking away from everything from your past and what no longer serves you. And you're going to want, while you're trying to walk away, and you've cut the cords already, probably months ago, some of them are going to try to come back in and reconcile. But you're being asked to not work with these people, especially if they're anything from the past. Okay? Why? Because it's time to end the karmic cycles. It's the end. It's the end of the road. It's the end of all the betrayals. And when these people betrayed you, they weren't brokenhearted. But you do get to make the final decision, and God is asking you, hey, walk away. Okay? Let it go. If you are a fire sign female or a younger female and you are just creative and you need to be truthful and honest about something. Maybe you're carrying the truth. Maybe you know the truth about an injustice and you do need to speak it. Yeah, you already know. You're not trying to fight with somebody. It might have something to do with children. If you are a fire sign female and you know the truth about a child, you do need to speak the truth, or you're going to lose something very tangible. If you are a Queen of Pentacles woman, you're going to be blessed with something, and somebody's going to be in regret. And right now their souls cannot sleep. Why? Because they didn't help you. They didn't want to help you, and you had to do something all by yourself. So they tried to manipulate and abuse the situation. That's over. Right now, the divine is going to step in, so a lot of people's energy is going to be all over the place. Why? Because the divine is calling judgment, and they are putting a lot of work and effort in. So be careful of emails and text messages also during this time. This is actually going to bring in emotional fulfillment, like a 10 of cups, okay, energy. Although the things that you lose, they're going to be like blessings in disguise, okay? You got to let go and clear the space so that something better can come in. Let's get an advice card. Let's get an advice card. What kind of advice do we need to know for today to move forward? Because the energy is going to be very heavy this week. Almost like even when you're sleeping and you wake up, it might even be heavy to breathe. Remember, that might not even be your energy. That might be just somebody that's thinking about you, and because they can't sleep and they know that like they're being haunted by what they did to you. So if you can't sleep or you're having trouble breathing, it might not be your energy, okay? So that person that pops into your head that did you wrong, you're breaking free from them, or you need to. Just clear that energy. Make sure that that energy is yours, okay? I had a dream before I woke up this morning, and it was all these snakes, okay? And I'm deathly afraid of snakes. And I was with my son, my youngest son, for some weird reason. And I left him behind, which I would never do, especially if there were snakes involved. But I could see them all, and they were huge. But I was tiptoeing across, and I made it to the other side. And these snakes were so dormant, like they weren't allowed to move, but they could see me. But I was tiptoeing, like walking on water, and they were right below the water, and I made it to safety. And my son as well, he came behind me, nothing on him, and I woke up. Okay, so keep going. A lot of people, maybe you're gonna feel like, oh, I need to stop. I need to walk away from something, especially maybe because you have court. Keep going. It may feel as though you've been on this path or journey for so long, and you may even wonder if you're making any progress towards your dreams. This message is a loving reminder for you to keep going. You're almost there. Remember, sometimes, you get the silence before the breakthrough, so definitely keep going. Let's get one more advice card. It's time to let it go. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. So, let it all go. Let go of the outcomes and just let it go. Let's go to the dice real fast, and then we're going to end this reading. Balance is coming in. Today, people might get a no answer. Maybe you need to say no. You are walking away from... A lot of you are moving away from like arrogant, narcissistic, maybe abuse, or people that don't love you anymore. Completion of a cycle. Yeah, you're not going to be around people who don't carry the vibration of love or that don't know how to love. You might have entered into these people's lives to show them what love was, and because they never had it before, they freaked out. But you're now moving forward. These people are being rejected by your energy, and they didn't want to learn the lesson, but balance is going to come in. Justice is coming in. Especially if you were abused, you will get your justice, but definitely balance. The scales are here. Some people can't sleep because of money, because their foundation is not solid. It's like the truth came out and now they're freaked out. There is a reward that's coming, but you're waiting for someone else's fall to get it. Again, something's circling back around. And because you had to take a fall, you're going to be rewarded. Just remember the scales of balance are here. So things are balancing out. And again, 10, completion of a cycle. Things are ending. Probably today. I feel like there's endings today. Like I feel like there's a new beginning. Like I'm about to be on a new beginning. So let's end this reading. We already did that card yesterday. So oppression came out. Remember, this is just all part of the transformation. What do we need to know to move forward today? Give us a card to end this beautiful reading. Soul contracts came out, divine unions. Okay? A divine union is when God puts two people together to further his plan for mankind. These are not random pairings, but a divinely orchestrated union put together by unseen forces for the greater good, not only for themselves, but for the whole world. Our lives are made up of many soul contracts and agreements, often made prior to birth, guiding us on our life's journey through predestined experiences, including all of our relationships and all the lessons we are meant to learn. that is crucial for our personal and spiritual growth. You pulled this card because you're about to be in a divine union, or you will meet a soulmate to prepare you for your divine union. Or it is time to break free and cleanse those negative soul contracts that have been hanging around, hindering you from getting into a divine union. Remember, the closer you get to God, that's when the evil shows up. When clearing a karmic contract, remember both souls have to learn the lesson for them to be free from the contract. If you have learned your lesson, pray for the other party to learn their lesson so that the contract can be completed, and then let go and let God. That way God or the divine can intervene, allowing you to move forward into your next or a divine union that was destined, or at least prepare you or allow you to enter your next soul contract, depending on where you're at in your journey. No one can take your destiny away from you, but the dark forces can cause delays and hinder you from moving forward. The key is to always come from a place of love, understanding, and compassion, not only for yourself, but for all involved. And this means the dark forces too. I have a lot of people that don't want to let go. They want to control, down to my money, everything, my life choices. And you know what? Just let them go. Because at the end of the day, they really can't control me, because I'm actually going to do what I either have to do, or, I'm just living life, Yeah, they can hinder me, the separation between me and, let's say, my twin flame. There was a lot of forces that are keeping us separated, but at the end of the day, it'll come together when it's meant to, and everyone's got a price to pay, especially if they had a hand in it. So don't worry about that. That's between them and God. Just worry about you and fill yourself up. Use this time to nurture yourself, to pour love back into yourself, because this week is going to show you what you neglected of yourself. Okay, so take care out there, definitely, because of these solar flames that are coming in this week. Also, we are going to be losing daylight this week, little by little, maybe 40 minutes, slowly, because we're moving into we're going to be moving into fall soon. So if, I'm in the magical mitten where we live in Michigan, so they already put that out. But we're a 4-season state. I live in the US, so it happens. Boo. I love summer. But anyways, take care of yourselves out there, drink plenty of water, and take this time to nourish yourself at this time. All right, and until we meet again, good luck with this retrograde. Namaste.